What's up, survivors? I'm NaturalBorn, and welcome to a brand new series. This series is called On the Run, and it will be more of a fast-paced series. The settings that we are using are Nomad difficulty with high spawns, no loot respawn, 200% loot abundance, and of course, zombies will always run. And on top of that, we can only stay in a POI for one night, and there will be no base building in this series. And to top all of that off, this is a permadeath series, so when we die, it's all over. The seed that we are using is on the run, so the goal is to survive as long as possible. Right, so we've just spawned in. We're in a forest biome. So for anybody who doesn't know, when you first spawn into a world, unless you're next to a POI, you've got a bit of a grace period, and zombies aren't actually going to spawn into the world. So I'm going to take advantage of this and collect up as many resources as possible. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, smash out these early game quests, and then the goal is to find a POI. We're also playing on 1 hour days. Now, you're probably thinking, if zombies always run, why would we even bother staying in a POI for the night? And simply, it's going to be because we will more than likely be bulk crafting throughout the night to help raise up our toolsmithing and our weaponsmithing, just to give us a higher survival rate. And yeah, pretty much the whole goal of this series is it's supposed to be a hectic series with a lot more action than, let's say, my Let's Play, which is a long-term Let's Play. And what we pretty much want to do at the moment is collect as many resources as possible, so when we do find a POI, we actually have some resources to do some bulk crafting. Now, one of the main reasons I'm getting the stone boulder is, one, stone's going to be helpful for crafting, but two, we can actually go ahead and scrap some of the raw iron that we get, which will enable us to make a reinforced iron club. I already know that there's certain zombies in this series that we really need to watch out for. Frozen Lumberjack and Mo are two of the big ones that I'm worried about, because those big boys can pack a punch. Also need to keep an eye out for bird nests, because feathers are going to be pretty crucial. We're going to have to make a bow, get a lot of arrows. But in saying that though, it's not like we're going to have time to snipe these fuckers down, because they're going to be right on us. Alright, so you can see we've got 28 raw iron. We're going to go ahead and scrap that. It's going to give us 105 iron, and we should be able to make a reinforced iron club with that. But before I go ahead and craft that, I want to do a bit of bulk crafting and get our weaponsmithing up first. Now, with the means of not building as well, the one thing that we can build is stuff like spike traps, hatch frames, stuff like that. For when we do a horde night, we will have to pick a random POI and pretty much set up on that POI for the horde night. We're also going to go ahead and craft up a stone shovel, and we're actually going to use this to collect stone from the small boulders, and this is going to help level up our mining skill, which means in turn we can do a bit more block damage. And I suppose a smart thing to do while we're doing this is we're going to go ahead to the wooden club, and we're going to craft up 20 of these and go ahead and scrap them all, and this is just to help raise that weaponsmithing, because this is on the run, which means we're always on the go. We don't have time to be pissing around. And we're going to go ahead and start scraping these. As you can see, we're already up to quality 26. Definitely not the best, but it's a bit better than quality level 1. And pretty much our primary goal is to find a mining helmet, because I'm telling you guys now, it's going to get dark when we go into a POI. And we're going to go ahead and craft up another 20 wooden clubs just to keep the ball rolling. Alright, got our quality of our club up to 73. I think now would be a pretty good time to start hunting for bird nests. And this means we need to venture out of our safe zone. And would you look at that, we've got a POI right here. Now, there's also a high chance that that POI could have a forge in it. But we're going to avoid that just for the meantime. Might have a quick look at the map and try to figure out where the hub city is, so we know not to go in that direction. And that's to the west, so if we continue north, we should be pretty good. Oh, look at that, we got another POI over there as well. Alright, some eggs. I was going to say, I don't know what's going on over there. Look like a flying pig. The last thing we need in this series is shit to be flying. Alright, now a town would be ideal to find. Only problem is, with high spawns, there's going to be a lot of zombies in the town. Alright, so we found some feathers, which is fantastic. We're going to go ahead, craft up some arrows. And this too is also going to help with our weaponsmithing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, craft a bow as well. No reason not to. Alright, something else that I want to do is I want to craft up a couple of hatch frames. These are going to be extremely important to our survival. Go ahead and craft up 10 for now. Alright, shit, I can hear our first zombie. Alright, here she comes. Line them up. Knock them down. Alright, settle down, lady. We ain't got time for this. We ain't looking to die on episode 1. Goddamn sandwiches. We'll go ahead and we'll take those painkillers, though. Because more than likely, we're going to need them. Alright, looks like we've got another POI up here. I'm actually going to go ahead and we'll pop those on the hotbar. And we're going to drop a bunch of this shit. Because honestly, we ain't going to need it. No point living by the way of the horde when we don't have a base. And I suppose, in saying that though, we'll go ahead and scrap that bedroll, because we ain't going to need that either. Once we die, that's it. Oh, another zombie here. We'll see if we can get the jump on her. Alright, bit of sneak damage. Alright, straight back to the club. Oh yeah, that ain't good. That ain't what we're looking for, survivors. Get out of here, lady. Could have at least given me a first aid kit, but that's all good. Now, I don't think we'll survive in this world for very long, but I'm still going to go ahead and destroy all the gore blocks when I can. I tell you what, we might as well get in here, clear out this POI, and see what we can do. Right, we've got any schematics. Paper. Yeah, we don't want that shit. Right, we've got a deer right there. Alright. Could be a good idea to try kill this deer, even though, I suppose, there we go, we can kill him, we can get ourselves some bones, and hopefully make a bone shiv. Because, yeah, no doubt, our guy will get hungry, and food will be a bit of an issue until we can find a town and do some serious looting. Is that one bone? I think you only need one bone in this version of the game. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead, craft up that bone shiv. And, alright, well, we might as well get inside, see if we can find some food. And we have no forge. Alright. Empty glass jars, we'll take them for now. Wouldn't mind finding a cooking pot either. Oh, let's add some cat food. Desperate times, call for desperate measures. Alright, pipes and glue, don't really need it, but we'll take it for now. I was going to say a pistol would be nice. Oh, but we'll take 2 first aid kits. So as I mentioned, we do have loot abundance at 200%, but we also have no loot respawn. So once we've looted something, that's it. We even have a campfire up here ready to go. Bacon and eggs, yeah, no, we need a cooking pot for that. Alright, well, I'm just thinking, it's probably a smart idea to stay in this POI for the night. Can still get outside, do a bit of exploring, see if we can find some feathers to get some more arrows, help raise up that weaponsmithing. But there's no reason to not stay in this POI for the night. So I'm going to go ahead, break out this door, and get rid of this crap on the floor. And we're going to go ahead, place a hatch frame there, and we're going to place another one like that. What we can do with these double hatch frames is use them for a bit of protection through the night, just in case we have zombies roll up. I'm not going to use the iron just yet, though. And we're going to get rid of that tree. Right, and our character is smelling at the moment, so we're actually going to go ahead and drop all of this meat into the fridge, and we might as well put our food and water in there too. And the rest of this crap, I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and chuck it in the oven for now, because yeah, a lot of this stuff we're not going to need. Right, that should be pretty good for now. Red nest right here, what do we got? Feathers, we'll take them. Yeah, my best advice for anyone starting out at this game, when you load in on day one, you pretty much want to set up in the first POI that you find and collect a lot of resources so you can do a lot of bulk crafting through the night. Because once we hit weapon smithing quality 100 on our weapons, we'll go ahead and we'll craft up that reinforced iron club. We've got another deer. We go ahead and snag him as well. Apparently not. Oh, you bastard. Alright, it's giving me flashbacks to episode 1 of my Let's Play. Not too great with the bow, especially early game. Now, as long as we don't run into any dogs, we should be more than fine though. And of course, as long as we don't have Mo storming his ass in here. So we have this door here too. Something that I could do, go ahead and see. Yeah, we could go ahead and we could break out these stairs. We'd also have to break out this though, and that's going to stop zombies pathing up that way. So the only entrance they have into the base is through the front door. So I'm pretty sure I heard a zombie, and thank God it's just the crawler. So we can go ahead and deal with this guy. Oh shit, and there goes a broken leg. Alright, I don't think we have any cloth. No, we don't. So we're going to have to find cloth to craft up a splint, because this is going to definitely impact how fast we can move through the world. Now, a quick way I could go ahead and do this is grab these cotton plants, and then go ahead and turn these into cloth. Now, time is getting on. As I mentioned, the main goal of this series is to survive, so I don't think it would be smart to branch out from this POI tonight and search for another one. So we're going to stay here. Like I said, do some crafting. If I can find some more animals, actually send a deer up there. Then we're going to go ahead, do that, cook up all the meat and smash it back. See if we can get our guy to full food so he's all ready for tomorrow. And, alright, what are we missing? Another piece of cloth? We sure are. So we've got to keep our eyes out for some more cotton. Oh, come on. You gotta be shitting me. There we go. So we have a bone shiv now. So we're going to go ahead and chop this fella up. Alright, got some more cotton here. We're going to go ahead and collect this. Same deal, go ahead and turn it into cloth. And that's going to enable us to craft a splint. And we're going to go ahead and use that straight away. Alright, we've got a lot of feathers. The only problem with crafting up a lot of arrows is you use all of your stone. And we are going to need that for crafting throughout the night. And yeah, there goes all of our stone. So we're going to go ahead and collect some more stone. Alright, our character also leveled up. So we're going to go over to skills. And the first skill we're going for is Sexual Tyrannosaurus. No, apparently it's not. Alright, guess we need 10 skill points for that. Once we level up though, that is the first skill we are going to go for. It's going to enable our character to regen his stamina a lot quicker. Trust me, survivors, we're going to need it. Alright, so I might as well go ahead and craft up these frames, keep these quests moving along. Alright, a cooking pot definitely would have been nice to find. We are more than likely Gonna have to make a few upgrades around here. And hopefully this gives us just a little bit more of a fighting chance. And I tell you what, because we're not going to be putting down a forge for quite some time, we're actually going to go ahead and upgrade this with iron. And we might as well do as high as we can go. And beautiful. We're still going to have enough iron to craft up our club. And we'll just put one level into that. Now, what I am going to do for this POI is I am going to knock these stairs out. Just so that way, if we do encounter any zombies through the night, they are forced to the front door, or they'll just start beating on random blocks. I was about to say, what the hell is that? Looks like our spikes have gone ahead and got us a bit more food. Which actually reminds me, I need to drop the meat off. That's already on our character. But we're going to be able to cook up a bunch of charred meat in the campfire. You don't need a cooking pot for that, so we should be pretty good to go. The only problem is it's going to dehydrate our character. And we don't have a water source at the moment. And as I mentioned, this is just going to force them to the front door. There is always the chance that they'll go beating on the side of the house, but that's all good if they do. We'll deal with them when that happens. Alright, so we're looking pretty good back here. If I was really worried, I could go ahead and chuck a couple of spikes down there, but we should be pretty good from here out. We're going to go ahead and throw our meat in the refrigerator. And we're going to put all of the random crap in here. And as I mentioned, it's going to be dark because we don't have a mining helmet, so we might as well go ahead and chuck this torch down. That doesn't look like a fire hazard. Should be good as gold. Alright. Now usually when I start a new world, I'd try to get my tools and my weapons to quality 100 in the first night. But let's be honest, guys, tools aren't really the main priority of the series. I think higher quality weapons is the way to go. So we might just keep pushing with the bulk crafting and see if we can get to quality 200 throughout the night. And then we'll go ahead and craft up that iron reinforced club. So this episode's all about getting our bearings and getting ourselves situated so we're in a better position to defend ourselves. Soon as it hits the morning, though, we're out of that POI, and we can never go back there for the remainder of the series. And I think the first thing we'll be doing is we'll be hunting for a town in the next episode. Now, you may be thinking, why a town? Doesn't sound like the brightest idea, but should be full of action, and there will be plenty of POIs to loot. Now, we're slowly getting our toolsmithing up, but like I said, that's not the priority. There will be a point, provided we survive long enough, where I will do quite a lot of crafting on the tools, but at the moment, it's all about the weapons. Oh shit. Oh shit, I just heard a fucking bear. Right, we got no stamp. This ain't the time for that shit. Where is he? There's a deer, but I swear I just heard a bear. Where the fuck is he? Alright, well, that's enough for me to know. It's time to get inside. We ain't messing around with the bear on day one, that's for sure. Well, we've got 2,500 wood, just under 200 stone, and we have a little bit of iron. So the only thing I can really do from here is to start bulk crafting. First, I'm going to slam out these arrows. And we'll see where that lands us for our weaponsmithing. And I might as well go ahead and upgrade these blocks just a little bit. It's not going to give us a lot of protection, but it's something. Alright, so we're looking a bit safer down here. We shouldn't have to... Oh, might as well close that. We shouldn't have to worry about it, but I'm going to close it anyway. Alright, can we see that bear? I mean, if we could kill him, he'd probably give us a good amount of loot, good amount of food, but yeah, it's definitely not worth it. There he is, hiding behind that rock. Yeah, I see you, mate. You ain't fooling nobody. Yeah, right there. Goddamn bears here. We're not messing with that, guys. Alright, so our arrows have finished crafting. We'll go ahead, check on our club, see what we can pull that out as. 139. Alright, so I'm going to get downstairs, and we're going to dump a bunch of the stuff that we don't need. And we're actually going to go ahead and pull out this meat. If I can keep the canned goods for as long as possible, then I would. Alright, so charred meat. Going to go ahead, throw some fuel in there. Should be plenty. And go ahead and fire that up. Alright, 3 minutes, 13 pieces of meat. Now, as I mentioned, unfortunately, that meat will make our character thirsty. And we're already sitting on 43 water. So it's not looking too good. If we had a cooking pot, we could boil murky water, but we haven't even found a water source yet. And on top of that, if we spawned near a snow biome, we could have gone ahead and dug up the snow and then cooked it that way. But that's all good. We're going to make do with what we've got. And I might as well go ahead and drink that water now. There's no two ways about it. We need it. And just in case, go ahead and upgrade these blocks too. And we might as well start smashing back this meat. There's no point carrying it around on our character, because it's going to make our life a lot harder than it has to be. Alright, get one of those. At least we're getting a bit of health regen now. And now we want to go back to bulk crafting, and we're going to go ahead and whip up 20 wooden clubs. Now, we could craft bows, and that would slightly raise our weaponsmithing a bit faster, but we don't have a lot of plant fiber, and I'd like to hold on to it just in case we end up needing it. Now that I'm thinking about it, another thing that would be extremely ideal to craft for tomorrow is wooden spikes. Now, they do require quite a lot of wood. We're just going to go ahead and craft up 10 of them. But having those on a hotbar, if we end up with a dog trying to chase us down, or a wandering horde, or maybe there's just a few too many zombies to handle, we can go ahead and throw those down, and that's going to help our chances at survival as well. If we can get our hands on some cloth, that wouldn't be a bad thing, because we can, there we go, a bit of cloth there. We can go ahead and actually craft up another splint. Might as well make a couple of them, just to be safe, because if we do encounter zombies and end up with a broken leg, then we ain't running from shit. And as you all know, there's a reason this series is called On the Run. Alright, beautiful. And there goes our next level. So as I mentioned, first skill that we're going for, and this is for any playthrough, Sexual Tyrannosaurus. And that's going to give you an extra 20% stamina gain. And when we can find a wrench, if we can find a workbench, we're going to go ahead and carry those two things around on our character at all times. That way, if we ever need to combine anything or craft anything, we've always got a workbench on our character. Now, if we progress far enough that we need a mini bike is definitely going to be a mission to make, but we'll find a way to get it done. So time is getting on. We're about halfway through the night. We haven't seen any zombies. I'm surprised, but relieved at the same time. And yeah, the goal from here is to just try get our weaponsmithing as high as possible. Soon as it hits the morning, we'll be ending the episode off, and in the next episode, we'll be out of this POI, back on the road, back on the run. Alright, there's not too long left of the night, but we have officially hit quality 200 on our weaponsmithing. So if we come over here, we've got a reinforced iron club, 100 iron. We're going to go ahead and craft that up now. And we might as well get rid of that stone shovel and craft a new one so we're all good to go in the next episode. And I'm going to go ahead and turn all of this animal hide into leather, because as I mentioned, inventory management is important in this series. And right, do we have a bone downstairs? Yes we do, so we might as well go ahead, make a new bone shiv. And we'll just go ahead and drop that one there. Alright, perfect. Well, we're looking pretty good to go, survivors. Might as well actually go ahead, scrap that iron. Like I said, we want to have as least items on our character as possible, because we've got a lot of looting to do in this series. And I might as well go ahead and craft up some more hatch frames. Oh yeah, our guy is getting thirsty. So we're actually going to go ahead. We're going to take that charred meat. I'm going to pop down these 3 frames here. Upgrade them quickly. And I believe we need to craft a campfire next. And by the time we've done all of this, it should be the morning, and that'll be the end of episode 1. But yeah, as I mentioned, guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, then be sure to leave a like and let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see episode number 2. And not only that, let me know in the comments below, how long do you think we will survive? Do you think we'll make it past the first horde night? We've actually got a trader quite close to us as well, so I guess that's where we're going in the next episode. We're going to go ahead and craft up a couple of stone axes while we're waiting for the sun to rise. Go ahead, take our food out of the fridge because we're going to need that. Now, does this give you hydration? Oh, no, it doesn't. What about the dog food? No, that does not either. Alright. And that's it. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if you want to see episode 2. And also, let me know how long you think we're going to survive in this world. But yeah, guys, as always, if you're new to the channel, then don't forget to like and subscribe for more console content. But as always, stay safe out there, survivors, and I'll see you in the next one.